Hi guys, it's Tumishi here once again on Football Gazette Podcast, and today I'm not alone in the studio. I'm with Adeshola.
Yo,
How
yo,
you
yo,
doing,
yo,
man?
yo, yo, what's up? What's popping?
Yeah, we
What's
saw.
popping?
Let's get to it. We saw what happened in the last weekend in the UEFA Champions League, and in the Europa League, and also in the Conference League. But let's take it from the UEFA Champions League. We saw the match against between Arsenal and PSG at the Emirates Stadium, to which Ousmane Dembele scored that 4 minute goal against Arsenal. And you know, looking at how that match pans out, the second leg is here. What do you think can happen? What are your predictions?
Well, looking at the game for the second leg,
Yeah,
it's going to be a tight one for PSG, in my opinion, because I feel 1-0 lead to the second leg
yeah.
is a tight call. We've seen remontanda inside remontanda this season. We've seen
Ramon
comeback,
Banda.
we've seen comeback inside comeback this
Yeah,
season.
that's
So
true.
Arsenal will be banking on the fact that a lot of teams have done mysterious, unexpected comeback this season,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a 1-0 lead into the second leg is not far fetched for them.
yeah.
It's something they can take something out of. And looking at how the first leg went, it's a tight call. Not that Arsenal were totally dominated. They had their chances, brilliant saves from Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Although it went both ways.
Both ways.
There were-
Arsenal had their fair chances as
there
well.
were brilliant saves from David Raya as well.
Yeah.
But looking at how tight that game was in the first leg, you would know that for PSG to win means the luck is on their side. Let me just put
That
they
day.
had the luck.
It's not about their ability
It's not
to
about-
play with the ball now.
No, it's.
Are you saying it is purely luck?
I'm not saying it's purely luck. I'm just trying to balance the fact that the game is not. It wasn't one-sided.
Yes.
Not that Arsenal were outplayed, were outsmarted.
I think Arsenal were outplayed on that day.
A 1-0 loss doesn't mean you have been outplayed.
Sometimes the scoreline does not reflect what really happened in the game.
That's why I'm
For
getting to.
people who watch
That's
the
why I'm
game,
getting to that. They are games that
Arsenal were outplayed.
once a certain team will be playing
Yeah.
and a certain team will be scoring,
Yes.
and it doesn't mean the team that was playing was being outplayed by the team that was scoring.
Yes.
Just that maybe they had their chances, they didn't take their chances. So this is where I'm heading to. This is where I'm heading to in particular. For me, I feel Arsenal still have a chance to have a comeback in the second leg, and due to the fact that Ousmane Dembele is out for the second leg, guys like Farashale, guys like Due,
Yeah.
Bakola, are they gonna turn up for PSG the second leg? That's where the question lies. And for Arsenal, we've seen Bukayo Saka, firing on all cylinders this season for Arsenal. We've seen Declan Rice. We've seen those guys doing well for Arsenal. And for the fact that Thomas Partey too is coming to the party for the second leg,
Yes.
it's a big plus for Arsenal, going to the second leg. So I feel it's not the end. I'm still expecting
More.
I'm still expecting more to come in that time.
Yeah.
For the second round of this European
Yes.
competitions, semi-final games,
Yeah.
my attention is all on Arsenal PSG, because they are going to go fire for fire this second leg. I'm all for that.
Well,
I want to see
a
that.
very big blow for PSG, who has now lost Ousmane Dembele to an hamstring injury ahead of their second leg match against Arsenal right there at Paris Saint-Germain. But then, to me, I think I'm leaning towards. I can see with your answers, you are leaning towards Arsenal.
I'm not leaning towards. I'm not leaning towards
out of
Arsenal.
there.
I'm just expecting.
Give me your prediction.
I'm just expecting Arsenal to see. They never lose.
Now,
That's my point.
This is the battle road to MUNICH.
Guy.
Who is going to the final between Arsenal and PSG?
My point is PSG can win, Arsenal can win.
That is you sitting on the fence.
I'm just saying it's not all lost.
You are sitting on the
for
fence.
Arsenal. They have a lot to fight for.
It's a
1-0 lead into the second leg.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
They have the chance to do the comeback. They have the chance.
Well, as you are watching us right there from wherever you are, you can drop in your predictions on that particular tie, Arsenal versus PSG in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Who is going to the finals? Who is going to Munich?
Let me ask you, who is going to the final?
Who is going to the final?
Between Arsenal and PSG, just pick one. Close your eyes. Forget about what happened in the first leg. Forget about what you're expecting in the second leg. Just use your sentiments. Use your sentiments. Let's watch. Use everything.
Looks apart.
Who do you want to say in the final?
Like you've said, I'm not completely agreeing with what you've said.
Who do you want to see in the final?
Who I want to see in the final?
Yes, that's the question.
I want to see PSG in the final of the UEFA Champions League. I see them regardless of what Arsenal is going to put out there in the second leg. I can see that PSG are still going to do that one against them in the second leg.
Ask why?
Because we saw the first leg.
Okay.
Arsenal, for the fact that they didn't take their chances. The chances from Trossard, the chances from Merino, the chances from Martinelli as well. I think they failed to take their chances in the first leg.
What if they take their chances in the second leg?
Oh, what if PSG also take their chances in the second leg?
It's a game of what if.
So I believe the second leg is going to be about who is more clinical in front of the goal.
I think that's a word.
So who is more clinical will determine what happens in the second leg, and the person who is going to go to the finals. But for me, I see PSG going to the finals
because you believe PSG would be more.
Yes,
clinical.
I mean they have the balance.
Even now that Ousmane Dembele is out.
Even I still believe they have someone who can replace Ousmane Dembele. Don't forget they substituted Dembele last game. They brought in Bakula, who almost scored. So they brought in Gonzalo Ramos.
Yeah, Gonzalo Ramos.
Who hit the bar. He almost scored as well. So they have a lot of options. Exactly. And talk about their midfield. You talk about Vitinha. You talk about this Spanish guy.
Can we leave?
Okay. You want me to go there?
And analysis. Okay. Just focus on
PSG to the final. For me, PSG to the finals. That is what I can say for now. I see them defeating Arsenal in the second leg.
For me too. I see PSG in the final. That's the truth.
Okay, why? You could have thought before I
hold on. The truth is, I see PSG in the final, but they can blow it off. But I see them in the final. So the chances of them blowing it off is in their hand. They have their future in their hand. Do they want to be in the final?
Well, let's talk about
Inter Barcelona.
What
a dramatic first leg.
Oh my god, I was impressed. I was entertained. A very outrageous back-for-back goals. From Dumfries, from Yamal, from Rafinha.
I think one thing most teams Barcelona have come across in Europe, even in their domestic league this season. One thing Barcelona have had, the edge they've had over teams they've played is their attack. Those guys are fire. They come at you
at any point in time.
No, at every point in time. And then they come with full rage. So those guys, they were on fire and they were delivering. So for me, I believe Inter, they have a chance in the second leg. Because San Siro is a fortress.
I think I have their home. I have a different opinion. Because for you to go to Camp Nou and score 3 goals is not a joke.
Is that a joke?
They have played their out. They have done all possible best. They were scoring. Dumfries scoring 2 goals and Marcus Thuram opening the scoring. It was fantastic. But then now they will be going to San Siro. Wait, let me land. Barcelona will be going to San Siro. I believe it's a more difficult match for Barcelona than Inter now. It's a more difficult match.
What's the point?
For me, as much as I want to see a PSG Barcelona final, I want to see a PSG Barcelona final. But then there's a certain guy in that Barcelona time.
Let's have it.
Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
What a boy.
So what's the point?
My point is PSG might Barcelona must still do that one over Inter.
I think I will have to pick it up from there. I believe whoever is going to the final between Inter Milan and Barcelona would be who can outscore who.
Who can outscore who?
Both teams can score.
Yes.
Who can score more?
Who can score more?
We had 3-3 in the first leg.
Yes.
We might have more than that.
3-3 is as good as 0-0, as good as 2-2, as good as 5-5, as good as 6.
It's a level playing ground in the second leg. So I believe whoever can outscore who in the second leg, if Barca score 4, Inter score 5, if Inter score 5, Barca score 6, I'm tilting towards who can outscore who. So for that,
let me ask you directly: leave who can outscore who? Who do you see going to the finals between Inter and Barcelona?
Barca attack. Those guys.
Just go straight to the point.
I'm going straight to the point, and my point is, you cannot contain Barcelona attack.
You are saying PSG Barcelona for the finals?
I'm saying that's the final.
Football fans out there, you can hear him clearly. PSG Barcelona for the finals. Now, I think let's quickly go to the Europa League.
Talk with that.
Oh yeah, okay. I said the same thing as well, but then let's see how that pans out. Let's quickly go to the Europa League and let's go to the Europa League and the Conference League. We saw Manchester United doing that one against Athletic Club, 3-0 in that contest.
I was expecting more.
You were expecting more,
obviously.
Then go for red card. You're expecting more.
You know the reason why I was expecting more is because a 3-0 lead, a team might still be having a hope of, we can do a comeback.
Really?
If you had battered the team 4-0, 5-0, all hope lost. But 3-0, 1 goal, 2 goals, they are back in the game. So I believe if United could
it is somehow, some way Manchester United came to be ahead, 3 goals, 2 goals ahead, and relax, and then they find themselves fighting to take the lead. We saw what happened against Lyon. Manchester United scored an early 2-0 lead, and somehow, some way, Lyon find their way back into the game, took the lead, and the Manchester United kept fighting, and they were able to win that tie. Then this match, I don't see Athletic Club coming back from this actually.
Well, I also don't see them coming back.
They have an important player suspended.
But the point is, they will have a fight in them. That they can do a comeback.
Somehow, some way, Manchester United now.
It's something achievable.
For Athletic Club,
the comeback, a 3-0
can be overturned. I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
They will have the hope. Ernest about the Athletic Club managers said this after the match that they believe they can do a comeback. If it was to be a 4-0 or 5-0,
it must have been
it would
a done context.
Something different entirely.
Yeah.
So for him to have been saying, we believe we can do a comeback, it's because the scoreline is still, the margin.
Well, considering the fact that Manchester United are 14th
in
the league, Manchester United are 14th in the league position in the Premier League right there. I think they want to fight for the Europa League, and we might just see Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur in the finals. Tottenham
are already in the final.
They defeated their opponent as well, 3-1.
Bodo Glimt, I don't see them as
they are not a threat.
As a threat to Tottenham
Hotspur. So Manchester United first. Let's just assume now. Manchester United first.
That one has been decided.
The Europa League final.
That one has been decided. Let's go to Conference League. The other contest, boys.
Who is winning that contest? Before we go there, who is winning that contest?
Well, let the final come.
So wait, if Arsenal is being knocked out by PSG in the UEFA Champions League, and somehow, some way, either Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur find their way in the Europa League final. So either of them can win a trophy this season, while Arsenal go trophyless.
That's a topic for another day. We'll come back to that on this podcast.
Okay,
let's focus on Conference League.
So Conference League, Chelsea who defeated their opponent 4 goals to 1 already in the final. We can say that Real Betis Fiorentina, a difficult tie right here. 2 goals to 1 for Real Betis, and Fiorentina.
It's going to be a tight score, for who is going into the final.
Yes, I believe so.
Because the 2-1, margin, is there is hard to play for between.
But I think it will be disastrous for Chelsea not to win the Conference League this season. What do you think?
Well, I think fair enough. Chelsea has, out of all the clubs in the Conference League, they've had the easiest route to the final. I can say
easiest route to the final.
It boldly, with confidence, anywhere, anytime. That
maybe some Chelsea fans out there won't agree with you.
Chelsea has easiest route to the final in Europe this season, and they are in the Conference League, so it's not far-fetched. So for me, I believe Chelsea in the final, facing either Fiorentina or Real Betis, is where they will be put to real test. Are they going to win this? Do they want to win this or not? So let the final comes. When the final comes, then
the question is, the question shouldn't be, are they going to win it? Or I believe they should win it. In my own opinion,
we believe they should win it.
Which I see. Let me say that. Which I see what happens.
Can they win it?
Can they win it?
Believe
I
that's the
believe
final.
so. But then it's a battle of 90 minutes. Whoever take their chances. Football is all about taking.
And
your
as I
chances.
said, the first real
But
test.
that will still make me forget that Arsenal can still go trophyless this season. Why this season? Why either Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur
Or Chelsea.
or Chelsea gets to win a trophy? Imagine.
Or even Crystal Palace.
We never can tell. Arsenal fans
We'll
out
still
there
come out to that.
can just sit down and drink it in. Football fans out there, that's the bait we'll be able to take on this episode of Football Gazette Podcast. And until next time, just stay good and safe. Peace out.
Ciao.